Hello, happy Friday, happy Future Female Friday. I am Dr. Larissa. Thanks for joining me here today. I wanted to touch on when's the last time you've had a wellness check? Matter of fact, let's talk about what is your definition of wellness? Because the future female of tomorrow has a much bigger definition of wellness and what it looks like for them. Because what? We're real women making real choices right now, number one. Number two, we understand that what we do today is really going to impact us for a lifetime. But most importantly, does that necessarily mean what you're doing today really is your wellness check? And to show how much I am a cheerleader of the big W, because we all wear our W on our chest, women, don't we? Because we show up in certain ways and we show up to win. And when we're winning, we feel good. So whether it's the battle of the bulge, whether it's trying to figure out, what diet really works for me, the greatest thing that I like working with women has to do with optimizing their hormones, because it takes the guesswork out of some of the things that you just can't figure out, whether something that worked for a girlfriend of yours or a family member and doesn't necessarily translate for you. But most importantly, that things that we are challenged with the stressors of life, with the changes in our bodies that are biologically occurring, what are those things that are very key that we can, think about a little differently? And that has to do with our wellness checks. So not only the W on our chest that we wear, under our shirts or what have you, but this is what I'm branding. But it's also looking at the current day of how we go to our primary care physicians, or we go in to get our routine pap smears or mammograms. We have, or many of us have figured out, that's my checkbox. I did my blood work. They said everything is okay. However, there's certain things that we can find out even functionally with those tests that gives us an idea of really, are we functioning well for a lifetime, or is that just temporarily for today? And that is the true W in wellness that we need to understand. That oftentimes, as we're looking at the future females of tomorrow, and not only being more powerful in how we show up in this information age currently, the power of knowledge and what we do with it has profound effects of how we live, how we express longevity over a lifespan, how we love each other and formulate our relationships currently in the past. Sorry for that shake. My big Rottweiler's about to knock over my camera. But also how we perform in our lifestyles, or the kind of lifestyle we want to build for ourselves. And that can change how we think. And that has to do with the magic of our mindset and really understanding, what does wellness look like for you? What does it say for you? Is it really coming down to your blood work looking fine? Is it really coming down to whether your mammogram or your pap smear was normal, which are all good tests because they're screening tests, and they're able to detect cancer. However, what can be done or physically performed that really is a good measure of wellness? So the next few series that we'll start talking about that, we can really wear the W on our chest, has to do with changing the mindset of really understanding what wellness looks for you. And some of the things that you need to understand in the greater view, what science is revealing to us, also what we're able to measure on our smartphones and our smart watches that give us a little bit more intelligent insight of how our bodies function, and leverage that. I mean, literally leverage that to your benefit so you can lose the weight that you want, so you can show up with more energy, so you can knock out that crazy brain fog that we all can experience, and show up like we want to, with better sleep quality, and transition into menopause, as game changers, as those women that can still show up, who still want to live a very productive life. So one of the things that I work on with women, one of my favorite tests that some of you may know a lot about, but is not technically a routine test or blood work that is done on a wellness check or a wellness visit with your physician, or depending what physician you go to, is a Dutch test. And this is a urinary test that is done. And in the past couple of series, I have discussed about estrogen and detox. And one of the great things about this particular test is that it can evaluate how your body is metabolizing, or basically breaking down your hormones in your body, but most importantly, touching on exactly how these pathways work for you, and are you truly eliminating the bad stuff that doesn't need to stay there, and give you insight of things that you could start implementing today in order to improve that outcome. It tells a lot of insight of not only particular supplements that you could start, what diets may work for you, but most importantly, it gives you more precision. All right? We're women. We have the W. We like to feel and know that although we share many commonalities, that we're unique in our own way. This test gives you that opportunity to understand what is that unique quality where we can improve our wellness, to truly have a wellness check, and see what are those changes that are more important for you. And with that precision, you're able to get more on target. You're able to understand your body a little bit more. And most importantly, honestly, it really does picture that framework of wellness for you. Real women, real choices, right now. Simple, right? So just a thought, or just want to get you to think a little bit of what does that W of wellness mean for you? And if we're truly implementing certain changes in our life, and especially with so many dynamic things that are going on in the world where just life feels heavy, what does that picture of wellness look for you? Has it minimized to just that yearly doctor's visit? Or are you taking it a step forward and really implementing serious change that is more precise, more targeted for you? That's what Future Females are about. So what I want you to do, like this video if you like it. If you have something that you want to comment on or add to the narrative and the dialogue, please do. I want to hear from you as we prepare for the third quarter of the year. I can't believe I'm saying that, the third quarter of the year. I want to be able to do Q&A sessions on my private Facebook page. So if you have not joined, and you know that you are a woman who is making choices right now and needs to understand how hormone optimization really works for you to become more productive, more precise in your decisions, show up more powerful for those whom you love, and most importantly, that self-love that you need, please join me on the private Facebook page, Future Female Power Performance Group. And I'll see you next Friday. Have a happy Future Female Friday, and wear the W on your chest. Okay? Bye. I'm Dr. Larissa.